So today I'll start off with the MRP live functionality, which is a very important functionality in terms of PP is concerned. So from the manufacturing point of view, you must be knowing that MRP is a very critical business requirement, and currently you must be knowing that normally the MRP run is scheduled at nights. The reason is because it takes a lot of time to perform the availability checks and come up with the MRP list and stock transfer list, due to which it is normally performed in the nights. So now SAP has came up with a new version of MRP. Actually, there are two versions. One is MRP on HANA, which means even if you are not using SAP S/4HANA system, if you are using ECC on HANA database, then there is also the simplification which is provided by MRP on HANA. And even again, if you are using ECC with HANA database, MRP Live is also something which can be utilized without SAP S4. So when I'm talking about MRP Live, it doesn't mean that MRP Live is only available in SAP S4HANA. MRP Live was available even in ECC also, but the prerequisite is you must be running SAP HANA database. So MRP Live we'll discuss, and then I'll talk about what is new from MRP Live point of view in SAP S4HANA. So we need to understand what is MRP, what were the challenges in MRP, how they were how they were solved in MRP on HANA, then what were the additional benefits on MRP on Live on ECC, and how this has been leveraged in SAP S4HANA. So there are 3-4 phases in starting with the traditional MRP to MRP Live on SAP S4HANA. There are 3-4 phases which you need to understand. Okay, let me just share my PPT before showing the screens.
Hey Gaurav, Manish here.
Yes, Manish.
Just one request. Before we proceed to the MRP part, means the PP part, can we have a session on the rebate part as you have said on the our course structure? That rebate part you also would cover. That's my request.
Yes, Manish.
Because then
Manish, I told the same thing.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, Manish, I think you are not able to hear me properly. I started the same thing. I told you the rebate processing is something which I was about to take after the credit management. But when I tried running the rebate processing transactions, I was getting some errors. Because of it is still not ready. Like there are some dumps. I think there are some business functions which are not properly activated in this server. So that is the reason I'm starting with MRP Live now, but I'll definitely come back to rebate processing once we complete this.
Okay, no issues. Please proceed.
But that is definitely in our agenda. No, don't worry about that. We'll be talking about rebate processing also.
Okay.
Okay, let me know once you're able to see PPT. Please confirm. Are you able to see now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Gaurav.
Okay. Okay, so let's start off with what is MRP. Okay, I think all of you must be knowing, but still, let me just give a very small introduction to MRP. So we are working in a company, and as you know, there are a lot of transactions which happens in a company. Let's take an example of manufacturing company. Now, your salesperson is going to the customer to take the order. Okay, now he has received the order and he needs to confirm the date by which the material will be available on customer premises. Now, before making this commitment that, okay, on this particular date we will be delivering the goods, you need to be very careful, like whether the current material availability, the current resources availability, the current the stock which is available in my godown, whether looking at all these situations, am I ready to deliver this product on time? If you are not able to deliver, what will happen? You will lose your image, because if you are not delivering on time, definitely customer will not be happy to do the business with you. At the same time, you also don't want to overstock. In order to avoid the delays in the delivery, normally there are a lot of companies who do the overstocking so that your customer should not go back. But again, if you are doing overstocking, there is a lot of cost that you need to incur in order to store that particular material in your godown, and there are very high chances of like there can be some damages, or maybe there can be some of the we can say the natural disasters or something which we want to avoid, and we want to manufacture only that much goods that we are able to sell on time. That is the reason, in order to make sure that the material is available on time, at the same time it is not overstocked, we need to perform this MRP on regular basis, which tells you according to the demand and according to whatever purchase orders you already created, how much you need to order more. Just to give a simple example, you got an order of 10 quantity from the customer. I'm talking about a distributed scenario. I'm not talking about manufacturing as of now. So there is one material which you purchase from one of the vendor and you sell it to the customer. Now, customer has given you the order of 10. You checked in your stock, out of that 10, 4 is already available. Again, you checked in the purchasing team, they already ordered for 4 more, which is expected in next 2 days. Okay, and you need to deliver in next 5 days. So 4 plus 4, you will be getting 8. Now you again checked with your sales. Have they done any other commitments? They confirmed, yes, 3 needs to be delivered tomorrow. So you are left with 8 minus 5. Okay, and finally, after doing all these calculations, you decided that I'm short with 5. Okay, the system should calculate this 5 as the required quantity, and automatically this should be converted as a planned order. So this is a kind of MRP run. Now, consider a company where there are thousands of materials. It is not practically possible to perform all these calculations manually. So what you want the system to do, you just tell the system, these are my customer orders, these are my production orders, these are my purchase orders, and you run one program which will give you the complete idea. This is the amount of quantity which is required to be purchased by these dates. Okay, that is a feature of MRP. Now, this is not a new feature. This feature is available from years. I think before ERP came into the market, MRP was a term that was used because this was a very critical activity in any business. So MRP is available from years. SAP has a very good functionality of MRP, which gives you the proper results, perfect results. But at the same time, the only problem is the speed. The speed at which you get all this information, because you are performing the planning for thousands of items. So it takes hours. And that is the reason normally it is not done during the normal business hours. It is normally done during the night hours to make sure that your other business processes are not hampered because you are performing these calculations in the background, right? So same thing is written in this first slide. MRP selects the data from different application areas. It takes the data from sales orders, whatever you need to deliver, production orders, whatever you are already in the process of manufacturing, purchase orders, whatever you are already ordered, and stocks, whatever is already available in your warehouse. And it consumes a lot of database resources because every time when you run the MRP, it takes the data from all these different applications. It takes a lot of system resources. And since hundreds or thousands of materials are planned at the same time, MRP usually takes hours to complete and is often scheduled to take place overnight as a background job so that it does not disturb the normal business scenarios, business processes. The approach was to process and validate each record. This is a problem. Why it is taking too much of time? Why it is taking hours to complete? The reason is, if there are 100 of materials, whenever you run MRP, single material is processed at a time. So material will be selected, all these 4 checks will be performed. What are the number of sales orders? What are the number of production orders? What are the number of purchase orders, stocks? And finally, the calculation is performed and it is stored in the internal table. Once the first material is done, then it will start for the second material, then third, then fourth. So it is doing single material at a time, due to which it is taking a huge amount of time. So the approach was to process and validate each record selected from the database with an ABAP code. This record would be then saved into the internal table and a new record will be selected from the database, so one by one. This logic works very well in old relation databases. So we were using this logic and it was working very well. However, a very important feature of SAP HANA. SAP HANA has a very important feature called as parallelization. Wherever you are doing the activities one by one, you can use this concept of parallelization, which means multiple records can be selected at once and the calculations can be performed in a very faster manner. So after HANA also, if you continue the same thing, then we are not properly utilizing the power of HANA. That is the reason SAP has came up with the second phase called as MRP on HANA. This means in the ECC, same ECC system, if you are using HANA database. Same ECC means, as you know, SAP HANA can be deployed only on the latest versions of SAP ECC. It doesn't mean it can work on ECC EHP 2 or 3. I think it is only supported on EHP 7. Okay, so if you are running EHP 7 system on HANA database, you can utilize this feature of SAP MRP on HANA. What is the difference here? So with SAP HANA, several tables can be selected and processed at the same time due to multi-core parallelization. So in this case, proceeding records one by one would be extremely inefficient. For this reason, SAP decided to redesign the MRP logic to achieve maximum performance using SAP HANA. Classic MRP transactions were optimized. There were no change in the transactions. So normally which transactions we use? MD01, MD02, MD03, MD04. These are the normal transactions that we use. Same transactions, no change. Same transaction codes you can use. In the background, because of HANA database, it will be faster. So now the entire database selection is triggered at once, and SAP HANA can use the power of parallel processing and improvise the MRP performance. But again, there is one problem here. Let's understand in the next slide. This is the third phase now, MRP Live. So after MRP on HANA came, SAP within 6 months or maybe 1 year, they came up with the completely new functionality called as MRP Live. So whatever optimization we seen in the last slide, it was only taking the selection of multiple records at the same time. So the optimization, however, was still not enough. Why? As only the selection from the database was optimized. It is not only selection. You are selecting from the database, you are performing the calculations going into the sales order, production order, purchase order, stock, and finally you are saving into the table. So with MRP on HANA, only selection was optimized. The processing and finally storing the data in the table was still done one by one. Okay, so although if I take an example, out of 1 hour, you reduce the time to, let's say, 40 minutes, but still there are chances of improvising on that and come to, let's say, 20 or 10 minutes also with MRP Live. How? So as of EHP 7, SAP has recreated MRP from scratch. A new version of MRP called as MRP Live was created, and a new transaction is used to run MRP. So if you are using MRP on HANA, as I told you, same old transactions, MD01, 2, 3, 4, and all other transactions can work. But if you want to run MRP Live, there is a new transaction called as MD01N. Ending with N is a new transaction. So in MRP Live, the MRP logic, complete logic, starting with the database selection, going through the net requirement planning, and finally saving the results on the database is all done in a parallel way using the power of SAP HANA. So what about the classic MRP transactions? The SAP HANA optimization for classic MRP transactions such as MD01, 2, 7 only improves the selection because this is MRP on HANA. Before this optimization, what was happening? All the things were done one by one. Now instead of selecting and processing records one by one, the system triggers the reading of all database tables within SAP HANA at once. After that, all the records selected from the database are processed in an ABAP code to build the result to the internal table. I hope I'm not going fast. Let me give you the overview of whatever we have discussed till now. There are 3 phases. One is the traditional MRP that we were using. In traditional MRP, although the features were good, but it was taking a lot of time. Why? Because each record was getting selected one by one, it was getting processed one by one, and finally it was getting stored in internal table one by one. Then came MRP on HANA, only on HANA database, which allows you to perform the selection, the first step, in parallel, while the processing and storing the data will become one by one. That is the reason SAP came up with MRP Live, in which the complete process, starting with database selection to processing to finally saving the result in the table, is happening in a parallel way using the power of SAP HANA. MRP on HANA works on traditional transactions. MRP Live has a completely new transaction called as MD01N. So there are some restrictions. If you are using the MRP on HANA, there is no restriction on MRP Live. Whatever are there, we'll talk about, but this is something which is specific to MRP on HANA. So if you use these old transactions like MD01, MD02, obviously selection will be faster. Not only for MD01, 2 and 3, this all transactions, MD40, MD41, they'll all get benefited because of HANA database. But still, these transactions like long-term planning, MS01, MS04, MD4C, all this will still remain same without any modifications. Neither MRP on HANA will work on that, nor MRP Live will work on that. So for all these transactions, MRP on HANA will make it simplified, while this will remain as it is without any changes. Now coming to MRP Live, which is MD01, and now instead of theoretically discussing this, it will be good to directly see in the system what is MRP Live and how it is better to the traditional MRP Live that we were using from years. So let me just open MD01 first before I go with MRP Live. Let me open MD01. Now I am on SAP HANA database, right? Let me open ECC also here. Okay, this is my ECC screen. If I open MD01, okay. Now let me see if this is also on HANA database or what. I think this is also on HANA database. So we cannot compare directly between these two screens. No, this is MS SQL, no problem. Okay, so this is on SQL and this is on HANA database, same transaction. So you can see scope of planning, planned, processing key, create, purchasing, scheduling, everything as it is, parallel processing and this. So there is no change, although this tick is available for parallel processing, display material list and all, but there is no change in this screen. What will happen is, if you run the same transaction here in ECC, this one, this is my EHP7 system. If I run the same transaction for plant of let's say 100 materials, okay, the amount of time that this particular system will take will definitely more than the amount of time that this will take. The reason is because this is not using HANA database, the selection will happen one by one. On the other hand, here the selection, at least the selection, not the processing and finally saving the file in the internal table, at least the selection will happen in parallel, because of which it will take less time. Okay, so this MD01 is a main transaction where you can specify the scope of planning, where you can restrict your materials, like you can specify some plants within the scope of planning, some MRP areas. You can specify plant you are specifying here. So MRP areas normally used to restrict the materials. If you have thousands of materials in the plant and if you want to do separately, let's say you divided 250 each in 4 MRP areas, so you can specify the scope of planning as a particular MRP area. Okay. Within this, you have this processing key, which means you have 3 options here. This is okay. This is S4. That is the reason it is showing the 2 options. So one is net change in total horizon. This is also same like we discussed the horizon in case of credit management. Horizon means it will only see, or it will only take the material into account if there is change in the material from the last run. If there is no change, last time when I performed the MRP run, after that, if there is no change for that material, then MRP will not be performed for that material. Okay. Then again, you are getting this option. Don't get confused. I'm going to repeat these terms again and again when I'm going to show you the MRP live. So maybe first time, if you are not able to understand, let's wait for another 15-20 minutes. I think all these terms will be very clear to you, even if you are not aware of MRP. Create purchase requisition. So let's say, for example, if you are planning for material A and you, as I given you the example, you found out that 5 quantity will be required. So from where this 5 quantity will come? There are 2 options. One is, if you are producing in-house, then you will be creating the production order. If you are getting that material from outside, then it will create a purchase order, right? For external procurement, you will be creating the purchase order. For internal procurement, you'll be creating the production order. So whenever you run the MRP run, it will automatically create the purchase requisition in case of if the material is required from outside. And it will automatically create the planned order, not the actual production order, planned order, if you are getting the material produced within your organization. At the same time, you can ask MRP run that irrespective of whether I am getting the material from outside or inside, always create a planned order. So that settings you are specifying here, like whether you want the system to create the purchase requisition or to create the planned order, you can specify here. Similarly, in case of material which is manufactured inside, whether you want to create the scheduling lines or not. MRP list is a list of materials which is created after your run. So whether you want to create the MRP list or not, that is something which you can specify here. Okay, so these are the different options which you normally provide in MD01. So each and everything you are specifying, whether I want to go for net or not, whether I want to create a purchase requisition or not, everything you are specifying here. Now, if you try to compare this transaction with a new transaction of MRP live, you will find it how easy it is. So if I go for MD01N, okay, you can see here, first of all, here there is scope of planning. So you need to create some scope of planning where you can specify which MRP areas should be considered, this, that. Here it is very straightforward. Which plants you want to plan, which materials you want to plan, which MRP controller you want to take into the scope, and whether you are only running the MRP or MPS. MPS is normally done for critical goods. Okay, so you can specify whether you are doing the MRP only for MRP materials or you are also doing MPS or you are doing all materials. You can specify here. So you can see the selection criteria has been simplified a lot. You can do it for single material, you can do it for many materials, you can do it for single plant, you can do for many plants. Even the MRP controller you can specify. So selection criteria you can see is completely simplified. Now in the traditional MRP, if I want to perform the MRP for single material, there was a separate T code which was MD02. So this is if I have a single material, then I was using a separate transaction. In MRP Live, a single transaction will serve the complete purpose. If you want to perform the MRP for single material, fine. If you want to perform it for multiple materials, multiple plants, so that is something which is one of the benefit of MRP Live from the selection point of view. Although the ultimate benefit is what? The amount of time. The selection is one thing, but the time required to run this process is something which has been improvised a lot. Now coming to this all options. You can see these options are not at all available. System is intelligent enough to identify all these things. Intelligent enough in the sense it has been very simplified, which means it will always consider this net change in total horizon. You don't need to specify this thing. It will always consider the best suitable option. Okay, at the same time, system will always create a planned order. Okay, it will always create a planned order. You don't need to specify whether I want to create a purchase requisition or I want to create a scheduling agreement or what. You don't need to specify anything in this screen. Okay, on top of that, this regenerative planning will, if you click on this regenerative planning, it will start from scratch. If you untick on this will only take net horizon, as I told you, this one. It will only take net horizon, otherwise it will take a complete planning. So in short, what I mean to say here is the screen is simpler in the selection wise, and also when you perform the MRP run, you will find a lot of benefits in terms of the speed. So let me just take one example here. So same material, I will plan using this screen, MD02 and MD01N. So let's take this material, star SL01 star. Okay, this is for plant SL01. Anything you can take, slug also you can take. Okay, and execute this. It's not planned automatically. Okay, this is the reason is the material master. Let me go to this material master, which is MM02. Select views. Let me go to MRP 1, 2, 3, and 4. Plant is SL01, storage location is SL01. Okay, no planning. That is the reason it is throwing the error. So let's say, for example, if I go for this PDMRP, enter MRP controller, I need to specify. I think I have to create this for the plant. Okay, so if I come back now completely here, this is MRP controller. Somebody has made it mandatory. That is the reason it is asking.
Yeah, make it EX. I think that's the best thing to use.
Okay, enter procurement time. This is fine. Let's keep it as 1 day. Okay, and save. So now we have this material which can be planned. So let's try this now. I think I need to come out of this MD02.
This is ECC that you're doing now?
No. This is S4 itself. I'm using the same traditional transaction, which means MRP on HANA.
MRP, not MRP Live.
No, not MRP Live. I'm showing you both. First MRP HANA, MRP on HANA, then MRP Live.
So,
Okay,
Gaurav,
so this material is, yes.
So what I observed is when you change the MRP type to PD, there were not options for MPS there.
Mm-hmm.
So is that normal? Like the MPS material you had from M0 to M4?
Are you talking from the master data point of view?
Yes.
Let me show you. Yes, PD, what exactly you are asking here?
If it is an MPS material, you will have M0, M1, M2, and M3 and M4 options. But I did not see that when you selected that. So if you go for F4, yeah. So is it something that has been taken out or somebody has played with this?
No, I think the standard is this one. If you want MPS, I think maybe we need to create a new one. I need to check.
Okay.
MPS, I'll check.
No, Gaurav, it's standard, it's available.
Sorry, Pradeep?
Yeah, in standard, we can see it actually.
What are they? Can you just give me the codes?
Yeah, whatever, like M1, M2, M0.
Okay. Maybe I need to activate it from somewhere. I'll check this. Okay, let me just show you the difference between this and this first. So MPS is something which I'll just check and confirm. And let me go here. Now this is MD02. And now if I want to see the result, I'll go to MD04, right? Stock requirement list. So this is how it is generated. Okay, so total quantity is, this is the quantity available. These are my customer orders. So towards the end, this much will be available. Out of which there are also some purchase orders. So 187, again, there is some sales order. 177, you can see this is date wise. So overall, towards the end of 28th May. Okay, yeah. As of today, or maybe as of yesterday, this is something which I'll be, the quantity will be available, which means it has still not created any purchase requisition because we already have the material which is above what we need. Okay, so same thing. Now, if I try to do via MRP Live, if I go to transaction MD01N, and if I provide the same material here also, which was star SL01 star SL01. Planning mode, let me keep this as regenerative. adopt planning data, delete and recreate planning data. So because I'm doing it for first time, so delete and recreate planning data. Now you can see the amount of time. What do you think? It is taking less time or more time? MRP Live.
Yeah, it came pretty fast, but let's see the results.
No, it is still not came. It is still working.
Still running? I saw, okay, it's still, okay.
It is still running.
I didn't see how much time the other one took. But
Alright, so the reason why it is taking time is MRP Live requires some setup time. Okay, it is in the seconds. It is not something which is a huge time, but you will realize the benefit only if you have more than 30-40 goods materials that you are planning. So for example, if you plan 30 materials using MD01 and same materials you plan using MD01N, there are chances. Again, it is not necessary that 30 materials is a fixed amount, but I'm just giving you some example. So it may happen that your normal MD01 will get faster compared to MD01N. The reason is MD01, it is like as soon as you click on execute, it starts the processing. While MD01N, because it is like it needs to process lot of data, so it takes some setup time, but once it is started, it will do it in the seconds. So the benefit is when you have more than 30. So let's take an example of 100 materials. You will definitely find it will take even lesser than 1/4 of the time, because once the setup time is completed, it will be done in seconds. While on the other hand, MD01, it doesn't require any setup time, but it requires some specific time for each material. That is the difference. So what I mean to say here is MD01N is good if you are planning more materials. If you are planning 1 or 2 materials, it is completely fine if you follow the same MD01 also. Now, another important thing we have seen when we run the MD01 normally, we have not got this performance log. Okay, in order to get the stock transfer list, we use the transaction MD04. This is called as the MRP Live performance log. What it is telling you is the name of the performance log, which is defaulted, start date, end date, total planning time. It has taken 42 seconds. How many materials are planned? Only 1 material was planned. How many materials are failed? No, nothing. This is important. Classic MRP and MRP on HANA. How many materials are planned using classical MRP and how many materials are planned using MRP on HANA? So we can see 1 material was planned using MRP on HANA. So total materials are planned 1 and all materials were planned using MRP on HANA. Total time, okay, so it is giving the complete information. Very importantly, how much time HANA has taken and how much time Classic has taken. So now one thing in your mind will be, what is this Classic then? I'm not running Classic here, I'm using MD01N. Then why it is taking Classic MRP? The reason is, if you run MD01N and if for some reason that material cannot be planned using new logic, it will in the background, it will automatically take the old logic. So for example, if I go to the same material, okay, as of now, reorder point planning is not supported in MRP Live. So if I go for this manual reorder point planning, okay, and if I try to run the same thing, MRP Live with regenerative and all, if I execute this, oh, it is still using the MRP on HANA. Let me just come completely out of this. I hope the material was fine.
material you had as ND, as MRP type.
Sorry?
You had, oh, you changed it to reorder point. Okay, I didn't see that. Thanks.
Yes, actually. Okay, let me try this.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Good. So you said if reorder point is not supported as of now, then what is the criteria it takes to enter it into a planning file then?
No, what it does is, suppose reorder point planning is not supported. When you run MD01N, it checks whether that material is supported or not. If it is supported, it will run the normal MD01N transaction where all the things will be performed in parallel. In case if it finds that, okay, this is something which scenario is not supported in MRP Live, automatically in the background, it will get executed in MD01 without N. Okay, which means automatically that will be planned. You don't need to run both the transactions. It automatically picks that also, but it will perform the calculation according to the older logic. And in the performance log, it will give you the complete log, like what has happened in the background. Let's try this once again. So regenerative planning, this is fine. And this is 3 means what? Delete and recreate. So this should give me the correct picture now. It is still showing this. This is something I'm not convinced. Okay, there is another report also. Let me show you the report first and maybe then we'll come to this. So if you want to know like which particular material is not going to support MRP Live because of some settings that you maintained in the material master, that thing also you can get using the report. Let me show you what is the report name. All these things, whatever I'm showing you, they are all mentioned in the PPT. I'll be showing you this PPT after I complete the practical part.
Just one quick question before you go further, Gaurav. So you say, so in the, when you ran the MRP Live for this material which had VB in it, did it not display on the MRP Live output that it used a traditional MD01 for it? Did it not?
Yes. In the background, it will automatically run using transaction MD01.
Correct, but it doesn't display on the report, right? On that particular.
It will display the report. It will display.
Yeah, it will display the line, but it does not display whether it is run through MRP Live or traditional MRP.
It will show that also.
Okay.
It will show that also. It will give the complete performance log. So let's say this is my material for this plant and I want to see whether this is supported for MRP Live or not. Okay, see, here it is giving error that this particular plant, this particular material, it is throwing the error. What is the error? Reorder point planning not supported in MRP Live powered by HANA. That is the reason the material will not be planned in HANA. It will be planned in the classical logic that is planned in ABAP. Okay, but I don't know why